Welcome to Artifact Explorations with the Kelsey Museum of Archaeology. Today, we are going to talk about some Egyptian ceramics. Much of what we picture from ancient Egypt relates to tombs, mummies, and pyramids. The artifacts that we're going to look at today are older than even the oldest pyramid. In archaeology everywhere, the majority of artifacts that we find are ceramic. Why do you think that would be? Why not tools or clothing or furniture? Stone tools break. Wood, leather, and fiber from clothing or furniture biodegrade because they're made from natural materials. The nature of ceramics is that they are fired, and once fired, they maintain their general shape and structure, even when broken. We can learn a lot about a people by the different designs, techniques, and find spots where we find their pottery. The technology used to create pottery has changed over time, moving from hand-formed vessels to using a potter's wheel and molds. The general process of making pottery has remained unchanged for thousands of years. You collect the dried clay, mix with a little water, form your pot, let it dry, paint whatever designs you might want on it, and fire it. These ceramic vessels, in this case behind me, date from approximately 4000 to 3150 BCE and represent two distinct periods in pre-dynastic times. These periods were marked by distinct changes in the material culture, such as pottery. These two periods are called the Naqada I and Naqada II periods, and all of these pots come from Upper Egypt. Now one might think that Upper Egypt is northern Egypt, but in fact, it's the southern region. This may be confusing to us modern timers, but to an ancient Egyptian whose life revolved around the Nile, it made perfect sense. You see, the Nile runs south to north, from its source to the Mediterranean Sea. Let's take a closer look at some of these pots, and we can see some of the changes that happened between the Naqada I and Naqada II periods. Let's compare these two pots. This one here and this one here. The first one, we see this hash-marked triangular design. This dates to the Naqada I period, which is approximately 4000 to 3500 BCE. We see its general shape, just a plain bowl decorated with white slip on red clay. Looking at the second pot, which dates to the Naqada II period, approximately 3500 to 3200 BCE, we see some distinct changes. We see a change in the shape, the addition of these small wavy handles, which we call lug handles, and we see a little bit difference in the designs. We see these circular spiral designs. We can also see that the technique used and the quality of clay has changed. The Naqada II pot is much thicker and the clay is less refined. During the Naqada I period, we also see the emergence of a distinct form of pottery only seen during this period, and that is this black-topped redware. This effect of the black top comes from putting the rim of your finished pot directly into charcoal. So what kind of questions might an archaeologist ask when looking at these pots? We might ask, what sort of changes in technology do we see, or the quality of clay? How did the design work change? Why might someone want a pot with a black rim, or more geometric designs versus the wavy circular designs in Naqada II? We also have to take into consideration where these pots were found. They might tell us a different story if they were found in a temple or if they were found in a home. Thank you for joining us today for Artifact Explorations with the Kelsey. We hope you enjoyed it and join us again soon.